Welcome to Malawians in SA. This is yet another segment where we get to sit with innovators and those that are pushing the envelope here in SA. Malawians that are going beyond just being a Malawian. You know, those that have gone beyond just, trying to survive. They're trying to thrive. So today, it's a privilege and an honor to be in the presence and to host the CEO, the director of Serato Media, Smokey, also known as Sevie Phiri. Welcome.
Yeah, that's all right.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
You're welcome. It's always inspiring to see how Malawians are misrepresented, especially here in South Africa. And this is why this podcast has been set up to make sure that we change the narrative. So can you let the people know who is Smokey and who you are and what you are all about?
Okay, cool. Firstly, thank you for having me on the podcast.
You're welcome.
I don't usually do podcasts
Yeah.
because I'm kind of shy. I like to be behind the camera.
Yeah.
But yes, well, Sevie Smokey Phiri is my name. I am 29 years old. I come from Zomba in Malawi.
Wow.
But here in Cape Town, living here in Milnerton. So, been in SA for pretty much, let's say, 26 years of my life.
Wow.
The longest time I've stayed in Malawi is maybe like 4 years.
Wow.
But yeah, I've pretty much spent most of my life in SA. My family as well. I think I remember the first time I came to SA, I was like a year old. That was my first trip to come to SA. I came with my dad.
Wow.
And it was just the two of us staying. My dad was telling me that I cried the whole bus all the way to SA because I left my mom behind. I just wanted just to come and show me. But anyway, so yeah, I've pretty much done school here in SA.
Yeah.
High school mostly. Did a university as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much
Wow.
about it.
So let me know, how does it feel? I mean, having spent most of your life here in South Africa and then you get to travel to Malawi. Obviously, according to your explanation, you stayed longer here than you were in Malawi. What were some of the struggles, like obviously being someone that has been more or less like a South African, like obviously you've been here the longest,
Yeah.
and then you get to travel home to just reconnect and all of that. What were some of the challenges, or I would say fascinating stuff that you experienced when you traveled back home?
Yeah, I mean, every year is always a different experience because I date back to like 2013 when I just finished high school, when I first went back to Malawi after a very long time.
Yeah.
And during that time, things were a bit different, and compared to now, things are different. So things are always like changing in Malawi. But I would say people are slowly catching up,
Word.
and we have to be thankful to the internet. So people are seeing all these things that everyone else is doing elsewhere.
Yeah.
So they also pretty much want to have that same vibe, like back home. So people are getting exposed. People are now traveling a lot more than they were back in the day.
Correct.
So you can even see with how people are building their homes back home, like Kuri and to Sabit. But obviously we're still like backwards, and we still have a long way to go. And I think it's gonna take some time, obviously, to like get to that kind of big level. But I think slowly but surely we are pretty much going in the right direction as a nation. Yeah.
So another question is like, obviously, how we grew up in Malawi, we have this notion or belief that okay, you go to school, then the next phase of your life is get a job, and then obviously you try to climb up the ladders of promotion and all of that. But for you, you seem to have taken a different route.
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration behind your innovative spirit and your hustle and just determination to just go against the grain and, just be who you are and make your presence known?
Well, I think it's because of my environment. When I when I was growing up in Cape Town, I had a lot of hustlers around me.
Yeah.
So seeing people around me hustle, trying to like make a change in their lives, for me, I think also it made me to think differently. But I just also wanted to not also just go through the same route as everybody else, because it's not like I'm against education, because I went to uni, but I never really graduated because my lecturer told me that I failed by 2% in my one of my subjects in film and photography.
Yeah.
So I told this guy, like, yo, I'm already working. At the time, I was already doing internships with Godfather Productions.
Yeah.
We were shooting videos for Davido and all these big artists.
Wow.
I was like only 18, 19.
Nice.
And my lecture's telling me that I need to repeat another year. This time I'm already making money. I was like, no, man, this is going to waste my time. And then I told my dad, like, yo, I'm not going back to finish this thing. I already know what I want to do. This is, by the time I already established Serato Media.
Nice.
So I just had a vision that I wanted to grow something like a family business kind of legacy that I can also leave on, because at the time we didn't have such a thing in my family. And being in this country, I was able to see other families like build big corporations or organizations or whatever. So I pretty much wanted to do the same. So that's how I founded Serato Media when I was in first year, actually.
Nice. What was that experience like? Obviously, coming up, you are now in the presence of these multimedia companies that are well doing in the industry, shooting music videos with like international celebs, and you are there, like, you know, it's not like you're just there as a groupie, you are there like actually putting in the work, you see. So at that young age, obviously they might have seen something in you. So like, what was your thought process like during that time? Because like obviously you have made that transition to say, okay, I'm determined that I'm going to do something different. Now you're focused on legacy. So what was that like experience in those circles of big media companies, you know, coming up?
I think for me, coming up, I was just hungry, you know. I was just very hungry for success.
Nice.
And I just wanted to, because I saw people do it, and I was like, I mean, I can also do this. Like, what makes them different from me? Just my determination, maybe. I just have to be confident, and I just have, because I mean, when you choose people like Godfather Productions, they're just normal people like all of us.
Yes.
So I would say that I was driven. I'm still driven till today.
Yeah.
I still think I'm also like a student of the game.
Nice.
So I'm always learning. Like, I watch a lot of podcasts.
Nice.
I don't like reading, so I listen to a lot of a lot of books, audio books. I also like spending time with people that I can obviously learn something from.
Yeah.
So my experience has always been like, I'm always open to learning, and that makes me that enables me to be in different places where I wouldn't have been there if I was not just willing to learn. Because people just need to be able to learn, bro. Like, if you go out there and learn, you find yourself in different rooms where you wouldn't have thought. Because
so the key takeaway there is learn, improve yourself, and be determined. So these are the thought processes of entrepreneurs, and we're talking about a Malawian that is doing it big right here in South Africa. And take us now in the process of establishing your company. What was that process like? You are now like obviously working with big brands, celebrities, and then you have now established your company. Take us through the process, because for an average person, or even not average, for any Malawian that is watching, or maybe not a Malawian, any foreigner in diaspora that is here in South Africa that is trying to establish their company, or probably is trying to venture into the same industry as you are in, which is like media and production. Take us through that process. Like, what are your struggles then, obviously as a startup, and then what are like the things that you learned through the process that made you to be established?
I think I always say like things take time, right?
Yeah.
So when you're starting out, you're just like a student of the game. You're trying to like get your feet on the ground and whatever. You should be willing to take any jobs.
Yeah.
I started shooting weddings. I was shooting kitchen top-ups.
Wow.
Man, I was shooting everything that needed to be shot because I just knew how to shoot and how to edit and all of that.
Yeah.
So after some time, it became a struggle, obviously, because I was not getting gigs anymore.
Yeah.
And now I had to re-strategize and think about, okay, what do I need to do? So I'm always thinking about problem solving, right? So if I can solve a problem, I think I can make money.
Nice.
So with that, I'm able now to move on to the next level. So I'm not always stuck in one place. So
Yeah.
I'm able to move from videos. I mean, I'm from shooting weddings to shooting music videos,
Nice.
short films as well.
Yeah.
I've been on different sets, big sets, small sets, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's mostly about just stay learning and never
Wow.
stop. Actually, yeah. It's just
Wow. So I love the diversity in your hustle and mentality,
Yeah.
because that's the I want us to take this. It's not just about entertainment.
Yeah.
This is more like a learning curve for each and
For
every one
everyone.
of us, me included as well.
Yeah.
So that's why we put up this podcast
Yeah.
to delve deep into, like, because they say like minds think alike.
Think alike.
And then if you want to obviously grow and develop, you have to be amongst those that are developing, or those that have developed, to tap in the wisdom.
100%.
So it's very interesting. So what services are you rendering now as Serato Media?
Serato Media.
Yeah.
Okay, so Serato Media, as it stands, we are a multimedia production house.
Nice.
So we do everything media related.
Nice.
Music, visuals, everything. So music publishing, distribution, events, digital marketing,
Nice.
anything that is media related,
Yeah.
we are your problem solver.
Nice.
So yeah, we've this year in particular, we've focused a lot on events.
Yeah.
We have one event coming up in May.
Nice.
With Onesmus, obviously
Nice.
international Malawian artist.
Wow.
The last time he was here was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I did my research, and there's been a lot of demand for him.
Nice.
So yeah, me and him and his team started talking last year that we should do something this year. So
Nice.
yeah, here we are. It's been 4 to 5 months of pushing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to creating also like a great experience for Malawians, because for us, we just don't want to do any other show. Like we want people to leave the show feeling good, feeling amazed, and feeling super happy. Because personally, I've attended like great shows. I went to Chris Brown's show last December when he came.
The one in Josie. Yeah.
The one in Josie, and
Nice.
I can never forget,
Yeah.
because of how it was. It made me feel so. We also want to leave the same impact for
Yeah.
Malawians. So we put a lot of money and a lot of effort and a lot
Yeah.
of just a lot of work in making sure that this should be a great success. Yeah.
So, as you've heard it, it's an experience. You're coming to have an experience.
Yes.
I like the way he coined the words there, that you're coming to have an experience.
Yeah.
And it's not just your average music promotion or your average show. So how can the person that is watching this be able to get a ticket? How do we get a ticket? How do we come to this show? Where is this show? Can you give us more details in that?
Okay,
aspect?
so I know you will probably slide the poster on the segment, but the show is happening in Woodstock.
Nice.
At a prime venue called Old Biscuit Mill, but there's a lady called Leah who owns Harry Collective that also has a lease to do events there. So
Nice.
she's pushing her own thing as well.
Nice.
But it's inside Old Biscuit Mill.
Nice.
It's happening on the 3rd of May.
Yeah.
From 8 p.m. till 3 a.m. It's gonna be like an all night kind of vibe. Yeah, we have a few local acts as well who are supporting the show, because we want to give back to the people that are around. So we've given them a platform as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, people can look forward to just an amazing experience. He's gonna perform for like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the first time an artist actually stays that long on stage.
On the
So
stage. Wow.
we're trying to curate a good performance for him. So yeah, I encourage everybody to buy tickets.
Yeah.
You can buy tickets on web tickets, strictly on web tickets online. Just go to web tickets page, www.webtickets.com. On the search bar, you should type Onesmus one-man concert.
Yeah.
And it's gonna pop up. There's different packages for tickets, from 300 to 650. But it depends on where you want to be. If you want to be in the VVIP, you're obviously going to spend a little bit more. And you want to be just in the vibes with everybody, you're also going to just spend a little bit of something. So please come and support us. We're looking forward to seeing everybody there. Yeah.
Wonderful. So there you have it, the Old Biscuit Mill. For those of you that are in Cape Town, you know that is not an average venue. Usually that's more dominated, not to be racial, but it's a white people kind of venue. So we're talking about class.
Correct.
You understand? So you're not coming to, your basic tavern. And you know what I mean? This is you understand? So this is it. You need to come out and show out. You understand? So I'll be there.
Thank you.
I'll get my tickets as well. And I implore you to get your tickets. It's going to be epic. You need to come through. Let's support our own.
Yes,
that's why
100%.
we have this platform. We need to support our own.
100%.
If we grow together, we develop together.
100%.
So as Malawians, there's always this issue of tearing each other down. I was checking you out as I was preparing for this podcast. I had to do my research and everything. And then there's a post that you posted recently that there's no one that can hold your blessings.
Nobody.
So I like that because people tend to think that someone can keep someone's blessing or someone's destiny. You can't do that. It's not just about hustling. It's about trying to push beyond the boundaries. Because as Malawians, we tend to have a boxed kind of thinking. But I am glad that we are redefining that all over again as Malawians that are here in South Africa, pushing the envelope, going beyond limitations, and that's what it's all about. You can go beyond it. If he can do it, you can do it. And so can I, and so can you. So moving on to our next question, I would like to hear from you, what are some of the artists that you're working with as Serato Media, as obviously distribution company? I've seen on your timeline you've done some work with Zeze as well.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about more of the artists that you're working with and collaborating with?
So at the moment we actually don't have any artists that we can say that is fully signed to us. We just wrapped up a contract with Zeze last October. We had a 4-year contract with him for distribution, 360 management, and pretty much everything. So yeah, we helped the artist to stardom pretty much. When we got him, he was not known at all. And we worked with him to where he is right now, and we are super proud that we're able to do that, because I've always wanted to do that. And I proved to myself that I can do it. So I'm always looking forward to working with more artists, but I'm just pretty much specific right now with how I want to move things. But there's always a lot of artists that I support. Even I may not mention them right now, but a lot of artists that I DM all the time, wanting help with maybe shooting music videos, or just want ideas, or just want to chat to me. So I love Malawi a lot. I think we have a lot to offer as a nation. We are very talented people.
Extremely,
I just think we haven't reached full capacity yet, but I think a time is coming. And we have to keep pushing.
And
so
tell me about obviously production. In Malawi, there is a lot that is happening, and I was privileged to travel back to Malawi. That was last year. Some of the Google services, they're not even there. Some of the YouTube services, they're not even there. Even Facebook, some of the privileges of content creators, they're not even available for them to explore and expand. And it was a very touching to see how we have got so much talent, but yet there's not a platform that they can, expand and grow. And what do you think is the problem when it comes to, like, obviously Malawian artists, or our music videos, that they don't penetrate like the international market, like platforms like Channel O, MTV Base? It's just a select few. Shout out to like Tay Green and the like. But it's just a select few, and we have got a broad kind of spectrum of artists that are there.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is the case?
It's simple. It's simple, my guy. It's money. It's money.
Yeah.
Like I say, the industry has a lot of talented people.
Yeah.
But talent alone is not enough when it comes to the music business.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Nigeria is like top number one, and SA being followed by SA, is because there's a lot of money that's spent in the industry to make the music penetrate all the international markets. You want to be a big artist, but you don't want to spend money. It's not going to work. You have to pay people for PR. You have to pay tour managers to tour around wherever you want to tour. If you want to do a collaboration itself, you have to pay for that. So I think the country does not invest a lot in arts as well itself. Like, if maybe the government would put in more money in the crafts to make sure that artists are given maybe loans. Because I remember even the time when I was working with Godfather Productions, Diamond used to come from Tanzania to SA to shoot $40,000 music video.
Wow.
This is 2015.
Wow.
How much was $40,000 in 2015?
It's a lot.
Where do you think he was getting that money from?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the government, it was maybe probably investors, private people. There's a lot of people in Malawi with money, billionaires.
Exactly.
But they won't give you money because simply why? They don't want you to also be them. Like, it's a whole crazy story. But I think we just need money. If there's enough money, people will be able to do things. That's how we're able to do things with Zeze, because we invested back in the music business. So the money that we were making, we put back in the music business. We were able to do PR runs here. We went on Metro FM, Newsroom Africa, and all these big media houses. But you can't just get there without money.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to push the envelope to make sure you get there. So, and you can't do it once. It has to be like a constantly thing. So if you want to compete with the world, you have to do what the world is doing, or otherwise you're going to be left behind.
Wow. So there you have it. If you're an artist, whatever craft that you do, make sure that you push the bag. Chase the bag, get your bag, and with that, you open doors for yourself and make things available to yourself. Don't be jealous. Don't envy those that have gone before you. Like I said, we're tapping wisdom right now. And like he said, it's a money issue. So we implore those that are billionaires that are in Malawi.
Should invest.
Some of them, they are Malawian billionaires that are staying right here in South Africa. They should do the same. Identify talent, invest in it. In the long run, you reap from it.
100%.
So these are things that have to be done. We need brand partnerships. We need companies that need to partner with Malawian celebrities, Malawian artists. You don't have to wait for artists to blow so that you can partner with them. You can start while they are upcoming, so that we get to inspire more of this young generation that want to develop art and do the most. So another thing that I wanted to ask you is, moving forward, I like what you have done so far with the artists that you have mentioned. And then obviously with the upcoming show that you have, what are other, development plans, things in the pipeline? Not to disclose everything, but, to your discretion, what would you want to share of the future of Serato Media? Where do you see it, like in 5 years, here in South Africa, or what's the vision of Serato Media? Okay,
so at the moment we operate in Malawi and in SA. In Malawi, we have a managing director that runs operations for us, simply because I don't live in Malawi, I live in SA. So we needed someone on the ground who will be able to do operations for us. So we just want to do more in the media space. We want to explore more events, do some events in Malawi as well, festivals, just big things. If we can partner with with organizations. I mean, we did a lot of stuff between
Yeah.
2023 and 2024.
Yeah.
We were everywhere in Malawi, man, signing deals, doing everything. So we just want to continue doing that and do more of it, and hopefully we can also take Malawi to the world.
Wow.
Because ultimately that's the goal. We just don't want to be a Malawian known organization.
Yeah.
We want to be able to be known in Zambia, to be known in Namibia, to be known everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just keep pushing what we're doing, the music, the visuals.
Yeah.
We have a few films we want to shoot as well.
Nice.
So my business partner and I have been talking a lot on that.
Yeah.
We see the market in Malawi for film is ripe for films right now. So
Awesome.
hopefully we can do some stuff as well.
Yeah.
Back home and take some stuff we've learned from here to
That's
to
amazing, because I mean, like, Nigeria has Nollywood, India they've got Bollywood, US they've got Hollywood, but Malawi, we don't even know what we have. So, I mean, I'm glad, and I checked even online, there was news of the Malawi Film Association.
Yeah.
They've been getting some funding of lately,
100%.
and there's great vision there. So, I mean, we appreciate the progress so far, but I believe more can be done.
100%.
So, I'm very glad and motivated, to have you here as well. Thank you for honoring the invitation.
Thank you.
And I'm just thankful for your openness as well, to share with us, your drive and your vision. And it's very imperative for brands in Malawi to understand that we have got visionary young people. We have got visionary Malawians. Not everyone is trying to eat and sleep. We are young people that are trying to build generational wealth. So this is a call to everyone. So what would you want to say to brands that would like to partner with you, or let's say an artist that would like to probably partner with you?
Yeah.
How can they get hold of you? Is there email? Is there contact details? Is there a website?
Yes.
How can they partner with Serato Media?
We have a website. It's www.seratomedia.com. We have all our details there. If you want to submit music, you can submit music at music@seratomedia.com. If you have ideas, submissions for proposals, you can submit that at info@seratomedia.com. If you want to email me, you can email me at sevie@seratomedia.com. Follow us on Instagram, Serato Media, TikTok, Serato Media, Facebook, Serato Media, everywhere Serato Media actually. So
wow.
Yeah, we are pretty much visible. If you go on Google right now and Google Serato Media, it's gonna pop up with the Google address and our offices and all that stuff. So check us out. We are happy to work with anyone, as long as it makes sense and it's beneficial for all of us. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you are not up and about wasting time. You're all about business.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, then you come through. So, in conclusion, what would you want to say to Malawians that are here in South Africa, those that are staying here, those that have just come here? What do you want to tell them about South Africa, and what do you want to tell them about your experience here and what they can look out for? Like a word of advice?
Word of advice.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say, like, I don't know if what works for me will work for the next person, but I think when you come to SA, you need to have a goal. You need to know why you're here. When you know why you're here, you don't forget and you hustle towards that.
Yeah.
So make sure that when you come into SA, you know why you are coming to SA. When you have a direction, a sense of vision of what you want to do, you can get yourself there over time because you can work towards it. But if you don't have a direction, you don't have a vision, you're just gonna be like any other person who's just waking up every day with no plan. So let's continue working hard. I know Malawians are very hardworking people. We are very hardworking people.
Yeah.
We work hard. Like, I know also growing up, our parents used to work like crazy jobs to make sure that we went to school and put food on the table. So I know we are very hardworking people, and the hard work does reward. So and just never stop dreaming, man. I'm a big dreamer.
Yeah.
I'm always dreaming every day. I daydream a lot. So never stop dreaming and never stop hoping for the best, because life is long, So yeah, I hope everybody
I like it. Life is long, so don't cut it too short. Make sure that you dream long. So be long-term driven and obviously define your goals.
100%.
And this is what we're all about at Malawians in SA. We following up, we checking up. We want to open this platform to each and every Malawian that is here in SA to let you know that we're here. We are one community. Like I said, it's not just about entertainment, it's about education. And I hope that you learned a thing or two from this interview. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Bob.
And I mean, we've known each other for quite some time now. And when I known him, he was still, I think, in school. And we've done some projects as well. So, I mean, like, coming up and then you are now a full-fledged businessman, and you're doing your thing, and it's so encouraging to see. And I say this to say that we can coexist, we can all succeed, and we can all do better. So let's do better as Malawians in SA, not misrepresent our country, and let's redefine our country. It's time for young minds to rise. It's time for young minds to define what the world should be.
100%.
If the old generation don't want to move forward and present to us that vision, when we were growing up, they used to tell us Vision 2020. We have gone past Vision 2020, and there's nothing that was in that Vision 2020 that has come to pass. So it's time for us to take the world in our own hands. The world is your oyster, and I'm thankful, man. Thanks for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you. And get the tickets. One-man show on Ismas live in Cape Town, Old Biscuit Mill.
Let's do it.
We're right here. I'll be there. Are you going to be there? Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
God bless you.
Cheers.